Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tamara and I'm a licensed cosmetologist. In today's video, I wanted to address 5 common questions that I always get when it comes to waxing, and I mean all body waxing. Eyebrows, lip, Brazilian, legs, underarm, any kind of body waxing I wanted to address. So let's get started. Number 1, does waxing hurt? I wrote a list. Yes, waxing does hurt. There's no other way to say it, but it is tolerable. It's never to a point where you have to get up and say, I can't take it, I have to go. You're pulling hair from the hair follicles with hot wax. So yes, it does hurt, but overall, it's worth it. It's worth the hair coming back less coarse, it's thinner, and the more frequently you get wax, the less it hurts because your hair is growing in thinner. If you go regularly, whether it's every 3 weeks, whether it's 3 to 6 weeks, when you stay on a schedule and your hair does not get shaved in between, it's less painful. I have had some people that had a bad first experience. When it comes to waxing, it should not last more than 20 minutes. Now, I'm saying Brazilian and a leg wax. They should not last more than 20, maybe 25 minutes. Anyone that's taking between 30 minutes to an hour to wax, it's because they're possibly inexperienced, they're having trouble with waxing, and they might need another waxer to come in and help, but it should never take that long. It just makes the process more awkward and more painful. It should be a 1, 2, 3 if you're experienced and know what you're doing to be in and out. Number 2, how long should your hair be? Any kind of waxing, your hair should be at least a grain of rice. That's how long your hair should be. I personally tell people, because sometimes they don't know how long that should be. Is it too long? Is it too short? I tell them I want at least 3 weeks of hair growth. That makes me know they haven't touched their hair in 3 weeks, they haven't shaved, they haven't tried to do anything. 3 weeks of hair growth is what you should have before you go wax. Or if you can compare a grain of rice, that's helpful as well for anyone. I have done a patch test for clients that thought they could come in prior to 3 weeks. And I clearly show them when you don't have that much hair, it won't pull fully from the hair follicle. You'll pull the strip and it'll hurt and you'll still have stubble of hair left. So wait the 3 weeks, it will be worth it. It'll be a smooth finish instead of coming in earlier and not getting the full results that you expected. Number 3, numbing cream and ibuprofen. Again, I am a cosmetologist and I am experienced. A lot of this comes from my experience. You can use numbing cream before getting waxed. You can take ibuprofen and Advil, Motrin, whatever you need to reduce the pain if you're that person that needs help. But I strongly don't recommend it because if you use numbing cream prior to your appointment, because you do have to put it on before you come, I think about 45 minutes before you come, you're always going to be dependent on that numbing cream. What if you come after work? What if you come and you forgot the numbing cream? So you'll never know the full experience on how waxing will feel if you're always dependent on a numbing cream. Same with ibuprofen and a pill. If that's what you want to do, I have no problem. Take it. It's not a big deal. But if you forget one day before your appointment, you're just going to be shocked. You're going to feel a different kind of pain that you never felt before just because you were dependent. In my opinion, it's only 15, 20 minutes. Knock it out, get a little pain, and then it's over. So after wax care, there are some waxers that like exfoliating. They say, don't use this, don't use that. When it comes to Brazilian, I say no tight clothing. Like no tight leggings, no jeans, nothing tight, because when you wear tight clothing, the friction is going to cause ingrown hairs. If anyone's had an ingrown hair before, it's pretty painful. It's hair that's stuck. You can develop a bump that the hair is stuck in, and it's just painful. So just avoid tight clothing for about 24 hours when it comes to a Brazilian. When it comes to an eyebrow wax, I do not like to use oil. Try not to use any oil after an eyebrow, a lip wax, because the more oil you put on your face, it's going to produce more than your face needs in that area. So what that causes is pimples, which we don't want. We don't want pimples. So I would just clean it with a post-wax or alcohol, which always works. Alcohol works for anything. And avoid oils for about 24 hours. Last but not least, how do you find a waxer? First thing, I would always look at reviews. Look at the reviews from the salon. Look at people's names. Write them down. Try to see how to find the best waxer for you. Ask questions. You can call over the phone, ask their receptionist. You can even speak to someone if they have the time. Ask questions. Tell them what you're concerned about. Tell them why you've been waiting so long to get waxed. Ask questions. I also look at who's booked. So if you're going to your local nail salon that you've been to before, look at the nail techs. Look who's always booked. Look whose clients are tipping them. Look who's coming from the back room to the front multiple times a day. That means they're getting multiple wax clients a day. So you got to look at that, be observant, and that's how I would choose my waxer. Also, if you're that type of person that wants someone that's licensed, you should focus on that as well. If you're going to your local nail salon, not to come at them either, majority of them are not licensed. But that does not mean they don't do a great job. That's one thing I will say to you. A lot of nail techs, hairdressers that aren't licensed, some of them are better than the licensed ones. So that's why I said look at the ones that are booked and the ones that get great reviews. If you want someone that's licensed, focus on a chain. Any wax center or salon that's a chain, all of their people are licensed, period. If you're going to a mom and pop shop, it's kind of iffy to know who's what. But if you want someone that's licensed, that's what you're looking for. That's what you need to look for. Reviews, if they're booked, talk to the receptionist, speak to them, see what knowledge they know, and you'll know who to book your appointment with. I wanted to make this video short and sweet. If there's any other questions or concerns you have, please leave a comment below. I'll be sure to answer your questions. If you like this video, subscribe, and I'll be sure to post more videos beauty related. Thank you so much.